Okay, what I'm doing here is I cut out a church, and I bought the pattern off of Etsy. And boy, I'm sloppy. I'll leave the link down below. And I'm going to stain all my pieces with the folk art antiquing wax. And then I'm going to try to figure out what I'm going to do from there. I think I want to put some crackle on the church, on these two pieces here. I think that's what I want to do. And I have a really nice piece of wood that I'm going to put it on. I was going to like paint a piece of wood and put like stamping, you know, of words, or maybe a hymnal page or something like that. But the piece of wood I have, I don't want to do anything to it. I mean, it's pretty. I actually had it planned for something else and never finished it, never done it, so it's going to be used for this project. I'm going to go ahead and stain all these pieces, and I'll be back. Well, I think I'm going to, instead of crackle, I'm going to do a texture on my church. I'm going to start with the bottom. This needs to be shook up. I'm going to use this Italian Sage by Folk Art. I want a pretty heavy texture. And I don't have really a lot of wood to work with. Okay. So I'm going to take a scoop, or a little under a scoop. That ought to be enough of the salt wash here. And I'm going to add some of this sage green into it, or Italian sage. I may have too much powder. Yeah, I got a lot of powder. I should have put my paint in first. I'm just going to add a little water into it because that has enough color. Yeah, boy, I put a lot of water in it. I go from one extreme to the other. Sure did. All right, there we go. That's it. I got a lot mixed up. I'll have to find another project. Put this in a little container. Save it and find another project here pretty fast for it. Okay, I'm going to start just smearing this on. And I don't get to hear where the door's at. I think I'm going to, I want to keep that green in that area. This could have been a little thicker. I'm just going to go all over this with the texture. I'll wipe it back in there. Didn't really want to go on the sides like that. And it's all right if some brown's coming through. because I'm going to go over it with the lighter color again. Whoa. Okay, I want to give it a little texture. And then I'm going to let this dry for a little bit. Kind of smooth it down. Not when it's just a little, it's dry, but not totally dry. I'll smooth it a little bit. And I'm not getting a lot of texture in here because that's where the door's at. That's where that piece has to sit. Kind of smoothing it. Okay, I'm going to let that piece dry. I'm going to put some on this one. Scoot that back. And when I get this coated and it starts to dry, when it gets dry enough, I'll come back and show you. I'm going to just wipe it back just a little bit. This is still just a little damp, and I'm just going to smooth the ridges down a bit. That's all I'm going to do to it. And then I'm going to have to set it aside and let it dry. Real well, and then I'll do the top coat. My church is dry now, and I'm going to do the same thing with my this color is going to be Drop Cloth by Dixie Belle. So I am going to this time put some paint in here first. That's probably enough. I'll set that aside so I do not spill it. Knock it over and spill it. I'm good at that kind of thing. Now I'll put some. That was probably a half a tablespoon. That's good. Maybe just a wee bit thicker. Okay, now I will scoop that on. And I did on my, right here where the door's gonna be, I took my pencil and filled it in so I didn't go in that area because I want the door to stay the green. And I'll just do the same thing by smearing this all on. And I don't have to have a full coat. But after I smear this on, both pieces, then I have to set it aside and let it dry again. I went into my door. Oh well, I can go over it. I have some green left. It's kind of narrow wood. It's hard to work with. I'm going to finish doing this. I don't want you to have to sit here and watch me smear this on, because I will just smear it on like I did the other one, and then I will texture it like that. And I'll let it dry a little bit and knock it back. Okay, while my church is drying, I'm going to go ahead and stick some of this. I'm wondering if I don't want white on the bottom, the bird green. I don't know, this may be too thick. I'm going to give it a shot. Pretty thick. I'm going to put this on my bird and let this dry and then go over the top of it with the green. Do it just the opposite. I had this cut out and I'll find something to do with it. Okay, I'm going to let that dry and then I'll go over the top of it with the green. Better put the lid on this because this is good still. I didn't put that away because I wasn't thinking I was going to use it because there wasn't enough to use. Oh, my wing. Maybe I'll do it just the opposite. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Let's put this on there and let it dry. Don't need all that. Well, I got this frame at the thrift shop for 50 cents. So I think I'm going to put the little bird in this frame, and I've cut a piece of cardboard and tore the top off. Put that in there, and I'm going to paint this frame this Italian sage. Got this paint out, so I might as well use it. And I put that, well, I'll put that on the bird also. So I'll have to probably give this 2 coats of this color. I'm going to coat this real fast, and then I'm going to do something with the corrugated cardboard. And my little bird is drying right now, and I'll do the top of it also. I think with my corrugated board, I'm just going to use some of my grunge mix. Wish it was a little thicker, but it is not. But it still has the color. And I'll probably give it 2 coats. It's just cinnamon, water, vanilla, and instant coffee. About a half a cup of, about a cup of water and a half a cup of coffee, and about a 1/4 a cup of cinnamon, and some vanilla, a splash of vanilla. I don't really measure, I just pour it in there, put hot water in, and put my coffee in, get it all mixed together, and then add my cinnamon. And this, like I said, I just mixed it up because my other one was getting old. I threw it out, not down the sink though, because cinnamon does not melt. It stays cinnamon. Okay, we'll see what that looks like when it dries, if it needs another coat. Right now, if it stayed that color, I'd leave it, but I am pretty sure it'll probably lighten up some. Okay, I tried my little finger sander. It's not taking it down the way I want it to come down and back off and see a little more of that green. So I am going to go hit this with my sander in the garage in spots to bring back a little more of that green color. And now I am going to put a coat of wax on this, clear wax, and then go around the edges with some dark wax. Do this real fast. Have some more wax coming in, but I just hadn't got here yet. Okay. Now let's go in with some brown wax. This is the Jolie top coat in brown. I don't know how much I'll put on it. I just have to do it and see. It just gives it a little depth when you do that. Go around the windows. And maybe just a little in the middle. Okay, that aged it up some. Do the same with this. Around the door. Kind of pulling it down as I put it on the edges. Around that window. And then just a little more in the middle. That aged it up. Okay. That, I believe, is enough. It just took the bright white off from it, and I'm ready to start gluing it down. I have my glue gun going. I hate to use the glue gun, but you have to, pretty much have to have it to get a quick hold so you can work with your... Oh, that's not wanting to open. Okay, it's going to start right up in here. I'm just going to put some of this glue here on it. This will be the permanent hold. This is the super glue that I get at Walmart. The what is it called? All-purpose adhesive. Fix-all adhesive. And some of this for just a quick hold. And hope I get it on right to start with. Right there. I've got some glue coming out there. And it's just a little crooked, but I gotta let it go. Now, this is where I said I should have had a thicker piece of wood. And somehow I cut... Well, it's looking all right. All right, now I'll take... that down there, like in 3 spots. Hold that right there for a little bit. And do this one. Need some more glue stick. Now that's, there we go. And I'm gonna glue this here on, and I'm gonna let it set for a little bit, and probably for about an hour, and dry some after I get this little piece of the roof on. Okay, I need a glue stick. Which one? I'll put that one on first, I guess. to get that right even. And I put my glue in the wrong spot. This time I'm going to put that glue here so I can tell where I'm gluing. And hopefully it stays. And I also have this little cross that goes up here, but I am going to let this, like I said, dry for a little bit, and then I'll finish it up. Now I have taken the glue here and some hot glue, and I've glued that down on there. And I think instead of putting that cross up like that, I'm just going to set it back here on that. Like that. Make sure that's down on there. And I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue back here. And it's straight. Now, I don't know if I'm going to use, what kind of hanger I'm going to use for this. Or if I'm going to put a little sign or something on it. I don't know. I may just leave it simple like this. I'm going to set it aside and look at it and see what I think. And then I'll take a picture of it and you'll see what it looks like in the end. All right, on my little bird, it kind of crackled. It looks kind of cute. So I'm just going to give this a little bit of the dry brush of the green. I didn't even put anything on there. I had it in a baggie and I'm just pulled it out and do that. I think I'm just going to leave that alone. And maybe go over it with a little bit of wax. This probably still has some on it. Yeah, it does. And then take my brown wax, go around the edges just to create some depth. And there. And I'll just go around this with some brown and call that good. And I'm going to hot glue the little wing on. I need to clean that up there. Let's see, I think about like that. I want it like that. Like that. I think like that right there. And now I need to, yeah, I didn't think about this, but that is not very dark. I think I want to go over another coat with my grunge. I'm going to have to let this dry. But I got to start working on my frame. I set it aside. I only gave it one coat. I've got to give that another coat of the green. Now I'm going to set that aside and let that dry again. And I'll be back when I'm ready to start on it again. Now I'm going to just stress this back just a wee bit, not a lot. Just a little bit around the edges. Wipe it back, and then I'm just going to give this a coat of clear wax. And when I get this done, the frame, that'll be all I'm doing to the frame. Now I have my cardboard put in there and put the back on. I gotta make sure I get this going in there right. And I'm thinking, I went and found a little branch, little tiny branch. I don't think I want that piece on there. And I'm gonna stick it off that way. This is not gonna be the easiest thing to get down on there. Let's go about right in there, I think. And I'm just gonna hot glue it. Kind of come from the corner and hold it down on there. And I have a little bit of Spanish moss here. And I'm going to lay down about right in there. Trying to cup it up like a little nest. Got to hold it also. I think that's okay. Now set my little bird right there. And hot glue him down. Maybe I can put some of the Sweet Annie in it. I got that out to try. I think that will look a little better. Give it a little color, a little more color. Okay, let's see. Another little piece stick right in there. Wait, I gotta scrub the paint off my hands. I need to make some kind of a little word or something up there. It just needs something else. And I don't know what it is. I'll try right in there. Yeah, I'm going to put that right in there. And then I'm going to come up with something to put up there. It has to have something. Yeah, something like right up in here. Some kind of word or something. A tag, something. All right, I'm going to figure that out too. But I'm definitely putting something right there.